Hey everyone. Um, how's everyone doing? Thank you guys for being here. I wanted to just do a download some channel messages that I got a couple of days ago. Um, I do have some stuff that I wrote down just so it's not like all scattered and it's not all over the place. There's also, so I have a couple different things that I'll be showing or that have to do with the full moon and Gemini. If you guys are into um, the planetary magic, if you guys are into the different phases of the moon with the full moon, we know that is to remove and to release. And we know when it's a new moon, that's when we are manifesting and we are calling things into fruition down, from the ethers, right? Into this 3D material realm, right? So with that, I'll show how to do that. And just you want to be able to set your intentions for the full moon. Now, just a key point, my energy is a little bit more serious right now. And this could be something that you are experiencing at this time, which that would have to do with the full moon. A lot of reset, releasing, and removing. There are just certain things that, whether it is, questioning your identity, questioning who are you as a person, asking yourself what is your purpose here in this world, on this planet, on this earth. How are you contributing to a particular cause? These are things I'm been hearing and feeling collectively. There's also big major shifts. We see this is happening with the weather. There's a lot of ascension symptoms going on. So we know all of these bacteria, viruses, infections are going on at this time. Continue to build your immune system with your vitamin D. We're not getting a lot of sun right now, especially if you're on this East Coast. Try to get out in nature if you can, go for a little walk, just get some fresh air, a lot of deep breathing, a lot of meditating, clearing out the nostril area. That's what I'm dealing with. Taking spiritual baths, taking Epsom salt baths for any type of body aches. Again, if things are like severe and they keep happening, you want to go see your physician, go see your doctor, get checked out, clear those things out the way. But those tests come back that everything is fine. There is the ascensions that are happening, especially with your first eye pressure in the back of your head, pressure in your back. So doing a lot of exercise and you're going to be sore anyway. So the Epsom salt is very essential to help, just loosen it up, feel good, drinking plenty of water. I have my water right here, staying hydrated, making teas, lemons, ginger, honey, cayenne pepper. But one of the first things that I did want to speak about is what is going on with children. I am very, very, very connected with children. And I think a lot of me being connected with children is because it is important for me to do a lot of my own inner child healing. So really tapping in to my child self as early of an age that I can think of, when things have affected me. Some things are buried, some things are locked away, but as I'm doing certain guided meditations, or I am allowing Source during meditation to open up those memories of different events that happened as a child. And I really like to make it a ritual and a practice that I'm in full communication with my child self. As simple as, daily morning rituals that we do. We brush our teeth, we wash our face, we take a shower, things of that nature. I will imagine having my child self with me during that process, speaking to her, loving her, giving her certain things that I may not have gotten as a child, things that I see now, different times when, you feel afraid, or different times that you feel alone. So my biggest healing and assisting others with healing will always start with the root, and it will always start with the inner child. And from the inner child, then you move on to our parents. But the downloads that I've been picking up, you can turn on the news and you see a lot of these threats and these attacks on children at school, with the children making these attacks, right? There's something bigger happening than just a child not wanting to go to school, or a child just not wanting to take a test. This is happening on a very high spiritual level, because the curriculum in school is not designed to enhance our children's abilities. It is to make it dormant. It is to prepare a child for the 9-to-5 slave life, to be at school from 8 a.m. to 3 or 3:30, some kids after school. It is getting them prepared for that. But the curriculum and what they're being taught and what they're being learned is not of any substance that they're going to need in the real world. Unless they're in a school that is doing trades, particular type of skills, but there's no meditation in school. There's no teaching these children how to build their immune system during this time. There's a lot of fear-based, because what they have to keep, on their face all day long. There's no teaching of ascending that what their mind is and what they are capable of. Not saying children don't succeed going to school. You do have, your cases where the child is, the top athlete. We do have the doctors and the lawyers and those titles, but children are not embraced with what their talents and their hobbies and their abilities are. We also have teachers that are teaching children that don't want to be teachers. They don't love children. You do have some that do. Not speaking about that. I am speaking about low, dense, and energy adults who are hateful, who are racist, who are biased, and they are there to collect. They could give two shits about your children, especially certain races. I don't really want to make it about race, because when history is taught, it is doing a disservice to all races, especially when the truth has come out that Columbus did not discover America. There's different things that have been debunked about that whole, not going to break all of that down, but it was designed for one race to feel less and for another race to feel superior, which on both sides was the furthest from the truth. So with these curriculums, I just want to sum this up the best way I can, because this is a platform that really doesn't allow what I really want to convey to be able to really in all authentic truth and honesty. Okay. Maybe when I get to a certain point and I can get a Patreon page, then I will be able to really demonstrate on a much, much deeper level than I am able to do now. But I want to do it in the best form that I could do it in. But with the getting back to the children with these threats, these are indigo children. These are rainbow children. These are starseed children. These children are very advanced. Okay, and just having them just do this old system, public school system curriculum, it's not enough. They're bored. They're way more intelligent than what this is, and it's not doing anything but dumbing them the fuck down. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that all the way like that. These children, they are reaching literally for the stars, and they are our future. And what's being thrown at them is technology, which is fine because we are just going in that era of digital and technology. But each side has a good side and it has a bad side, and they're already being pushed into this metaverse. They've already been being pushed by the video games that they already watch. There was a reading that I did some time back, and it had to do with parents really needing to know the video games that these kids are playing, the different things that they are asking for money to buy when it comes to like the different skin and these different avatars that they can become. And part of it is we don't want the children, because it got so dangerous in the streets, right? Kids can't go outside and play the way they used to play. So to a degree, when they started playing video games at home, before it started being I'm trying to think of the name of they got like Roblox. You got the video games where you could just start robbing anybody, and these are just not these kiddie games. And look at me, I don't even know the name of these games. That's my point. We need to know what these games are. Listen, we really do need to know what these games are, because it's not going to be so much, okay, we'll to blame who's making the games, right? They're making the games. Parents are buying the games. So it's not even at a thing of blaming who's playing the games, who's making the games. It's being aware of what this is, to have a conversation, because these games are desensitizing the children, where they are just killing. You can hear your kids yelling at the top of their lungs. These kids are getting angry. These kids are getting depressed. These kids don't want to do anything else, right? I went through this phase with my son. He's 18 now. He has a better understanding of when it's too much. He'll put it down, go outside, go ride his bike, got to go to work, got to do your studying. It's balance, right? Balance. We got to get these kids understanding balance from an early age. But a lot of these games have become parents to a degree, or like a babysitter, where it was like, well, you know what? I know my kid is home playing this game, and we felt safe. It was almost like a compromise. It was almost like, okay, my kid is outside, but they might get shot. But my kid is inside doing these games, and who knows what that is psychologically doing to this kid, because the way that these girls are playing the games also, but the way they talk to each other, the verbal abuse that they do to each other on these games is disgusting. And when I would hear my son, that's when I knew that there was enough. I could hear through the earphones somebody screaming on him, and then I could hear what he's doing to somebody else. Let alone, you don't even know the age of who they're playing with. So this gets on many levels, especially when they're young. You really want to know, because this is somebody behind this screen playing with your child, an avatar of another child that, you could be a boy, you could be a girl, you could be a monster, whatever that avatar is you're playing. You don't know if this is a 30-year-old man playing with your 12-year-old girl or your boy. Then it's like, let's meet up. Levels, right? I'm gonna have to assume who's watching this maybe is on top of this. Somebody needs to hear this. But there is a frequency that is happening in the public school system, that these kids are making these threats, because that system and that construct is crumbling down. A new system is going to be built up, has to be built up. And hopefully, and I want to believe that there are teachers out there that really do love children and really do love teaching, that they come up with a new curriculum, because there's private school and there's charter schools and there's these trade schools. And I believe parents that want something more sustainable, something more that has to do with nature, has to do with science, has to do with engineering, has to do with farming, how to plant certain herbs, how to plant seeds for fruits and for vegetables, things that are going to actually help the next generation that's coming up. So, our children's children are not just eating processed, dead food that is just causing all types of mucus and all types of inflammations and all types of headaches at an early age, and arthritis and cancer and high blood pressure and diabetes. That there would be teachers, there would be principals that would create a new system, that children are able to express their mood and their emotions, because they don't know how to. A lot of them don't know how to. A lot of parents are having to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, go to school, pay off student loans, get these kids these $500 games that they really don't need at all. If we're not tapping into our self and tapping into a more divine self that has more to do with just what this 3D is, just what this physical plane is, then I guess a lot of individuals and a lot of children will be trapped. But these children are picking up on this chaos, that they see that this system is bullshit. This spell that we've been under for the whole Pisces age, and now we're in the age of Aquarius, we're in the age of information. If there's something that you don't know, shame on you. Not, I didn't go to college, I don't have this degree, that degree. You got those individuals that have those degrees who are zombies. They book smart, they learned what they needed to learn, and that's it. So these kids are being attacked right now. These kids at home need to be embraced more. They need to be loved more. They need to be hugged more. They need to be reassured more. And then they need to understand the nature of having unconditional love for all living sentient beings, and respect. That you cannot take a gun and you cannot just kill somebody and press restart and play that game again. Desensitized. They can see a murder right now and just be like, can I get a hot dog and some french fries? Mom, Dad, are you finished talking? A big thing that's happening in school as well since this pandemic is bullying. Bullying has been a big thing. Bullying now with cyberbullying, again through these video games, how they're interacting. The bullying is really, really, really severe. And there's some parents that know that their kids are bullies and think that it is cute. They think that it is a way of them to survive in this harsh, harsh world. But all you're doing is raising a big coward that is afraid. Your child that is a bully is afraid, and they are punk because you're a punk and because you probably was a bully. And the child that's being bullied, you cannot tell your child to turn the other cheek. And if you ignore them long enough, they'll leave you alone. No, they're going to keep going. Your child needs to learn how to defend themselves. Yes, defend themselves mentally first. Okay? It does come with a form of maturity. But we're speaking if they're like as little in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Okay? Yeah, if they're in high school, we can do that whole thing. There's a big thing that's happening with bullying and cyberbullying that too many people are afraid. They're afraid. You got these adults that are afraid that you are not focusing on your children. And this is a tarot channel, but it's not all that it is, because I'm not just one dimensional reader. And I am a vessel from the Most High Source that will and has and will give me the ability to pass this message on. I think we're at 25, 26 minutes. I just feel the intensity with children right now, and I think we need to refocus. I'm going to just, with this key point, I just want to wrap this up. We really need to focus our attention more on children. A lot of, we can go on YouTube, and if you are in the tarot world, everything is who's doing black magic on who, what the divine masculine, what the divine feminine is doing, what the karmic is doing, who's doing what, what love is coming in, what love is not coming in. If everybody just took a step back and focused on themselves and focused on loving yourself and focus on your own career, your own study, your own mind, focus on healing yourself, because what is going to happen in this next phase is that people that are bullies, people that are haters, people that are jealous and envious, and if there are people, I don't honestly think that many people are doing black magic because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. All of a sudden, everybody's doing black magic. Get the out of here. I'm sorry. That is for entertainment purposes, and for some reason it's drawing people in, because if somebody's doing black magic on you, then that means you don't have to take accountability for the shit that you're not doing, or what you are projecting to your own damn self. That is why you cannot manifest. That is why you're not finding good relationships. That is why you keep trauma bonding with the same people that's not healing. That's why, things are not happening for you fast enough. Some things are not meant to happen overnight. It's just not. But if you're going to sit here and keep listening to these YouTube readers telling you somebody got some black magic on you, and somebody telling you don't do something to protect yourself, just light an incense and hold a crystal, y'all need to start watching whoever that is, because if there really was really going on, then you do need to have your spiritual defenses up, and you do need to know what your dark side is and what you are capable of, and you need to bring that into the light to learn how to protect yourself. Would you go out and just go get a gun and just start shooting anything and everything, or would you go take a class and go to the shooting range and learn how to shoot, so this way you don't accidentally be out here shooting innocent bystanders? I mean, doesn't that just make... There's no more common sense. There literally is no more common sense. Who's doing black magic? Who do you think this... Do you think somebody just opened up a book and learned how to do voodoo? Okay, and if they are doing something, yeah, it's going to backfire because they don't know what they're doing. And they're just doing it. You're just doing a love spell just to get a man or a woman to be with you. You're able to go to sleep at night knowing that this man is next to you because you put some menstrual spell on him, because you did a candle, and then if somebody's doing it and they're doing it and it's so watered down, that it's not even gonna last. Okay, I'm all over the place. Now I know I'm all over the place. So listen, back to these children. Let's focus on these children. Okay, there's nothing wrong with getting tarot. There's nothing wrong with wow. There's nothing wrong with, getting a love reading. I'm not even gonna, okay. Ooh, listen, the energies just really got real strong, real intense. It is time to love these children. Okay? It is time for you to love the inner child within you. And it's time to heal that inner child. Okay? That is, I think, my biggest message. That is the biggest message right now. Ooh, okay. So there's some things I just wanted to show. I did want to do some cards, but for full moon and Gemini ritual. You could go get a mason jar. I got a huge one because I'm extra like that, right? All right, just a little tip. You can go get brown paper, or you can get white paper without any lines. You can put what your intentions are. This is, you know, with Gemini, Gemini is the sign of communication, right? So speak your truth. Remove and release what no longer serves you. So I have that all written out on all of these different brown papers. The brown paper is very intense for me. It has a lot of frequency, a lot of energy with it. Again, you can use the white paper. I use the red writing for the energy of the root chakra, right? Look up what your root chakra is. And these are all getting burned. So it is in glass, so it is going to get burned. It's going to get burnt one by one. And then the ashes are going to get released, okay? So that's just a simple full moon ritual that you can do in Gemini at this time. And then I want to show some ancestor money. You can get these off of Amazon, and I do burn them for my ancestors for the altar. And this is done multiple for celebration. I'll burn it to release any karmic financial debt that they left behind. Everything is energy. So I just want to share the ancestor money. And I think I'm up to 32 minutes. Yeah, we'll get some decks. We'll get this tarot. And just clear this energy and see the energy that we are in. I feel like there was something else. Let me just look over. Okay. It really was, you know, I can't really get my my mind off the children right now. My mind is really, really, really on protecting children right now. Protecting children at all costs. You know, it's our responsibility, you know, and then it's going to be their time. It's going to be their time. So if we're so focused on a man or a woman, or, you know, what somebody else is doing, or what you're not doing, or what you should be doing, you know, take that time. Take that time for children. If you don't have children, maybe there's somewhere you could volunteer with children as a mentor. Your nieces, your nephews, you know, let's just really say some prayers for these children, give them strength, you know, because when it's almost like we're sending them out to the lion's den, you know, that if they are going to school and these threats are real, that, I mean, what type of fucking trauma is that? That at any minute, you know, that there could be an active shooter and your kids don't come home. I mean, we're trying to keep them off the street because that shit ain't safe no more. You know, what kind of future are we giving them? You know, that it just, that just, you know, makes me emotional, and it breaks my heart. But we'll get a couple I am still doing the part 2 to the abilities, skills, gifts, and or flaws. And I'm going to do things when I'm guided to do them, which I just have to listen, you know, and know the difference between your ego, you know, and your higher self, when it's time to, you know, rest, when it's time to, you know, this is a good time to fast at this time. It's a good time to save your money coming into the new year. You know, we'll start that resolution, right? Is it resolution? Resolution. Oh, December 31st. Started now. Started now. Okay? But there is a big awakening. There is a huge, huge awakening. A lot of light codes, a lot of light language, a lot of telepathy is happening at this time. You can't allow these things. If you're going to be in fear, then your abilities, your psychic abilities, your clear audio, all the clears, okay, those things will not open up if you are residing in any type of fear. If you are afraid of spirit, if you are afraid of who your ancestors are, you want to call in your ancestors of the highest white light, known and unknown. Because no, every one of our ancestors we don't know, and we all have. You got your God self and you got your devil self. Stay away with your ancestors. You have good ancestors and you have bad ancestors, or in that frequency, in that energy, right? So you want to be careful of what you call in. You want to be careful what deities you call in, okay? So we'll just get some messages. What is the energy, beloved, right now for our collectives? What is the energy at this time? Any messages that we need to know at this time? There they go. We'll get that one that just flew out. Okay, so they just gonna fly out that way. So I'm not at my other setup. All right, we'll get a few. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we have the Chariot. Cancer energy. So things are moving forward. If you are a Cancer, dealing with a Cancer, things are moving forward as far as finding out what's happening in your surroundings, what's happening in your energy. If you've been questioning, if you've been feeling confused, you've been feeling, maybe run down, you've been feeling drained, you've been feeling beat up, that energy is moving. That energy is moving out. The 9 of Wands. This is that beat up energy. And this is energies that is to your own doing, to your own decision makings that you have made, or that you your subconscious, you maybe wasn't aware that you were bringing this type of frequency in. Listen, you can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to the universe. Picks up on your energy, and it picks up on what the frequency is. Okay? So this wounded energy, this is what is being healed. This is what, you have to just put these things down, and somebody is needing to start all over. Maybe not physically, but mentally, or what, you thought your passions was, or, you would do things that you thought other individuals wanted you to do, did nothing but harm you. 6 of Wands. Yeah, and doing that and moving forward will bring you into this energy of being able to be proud of yourself, being able to see all the accomplishments that you've done once you fully and truly heal and you are really walking in your own truth, sharing your own story. I'm hearing is going to help other individuals. So if this was something that you were thinking about doing, maybe writing a documentary of your life, or a biography of the things that you experienced. If you've experienced violence, if you've experienced violence from within your home as a child, violence from being on the street, or some sort of traumas that you've experienced in life, you've come close to dying and you've never shared your story with anyone. If this is a confirmation for you, this would be the time. Even if it's something that maybe you share within your family, maybe your cousins, nieces and nephews, aunts, uncles. Maybe everybody doesn't know. They know the story, but they don't know the full story. And maybe getting this out, and this is just something that's just within your family. If it's not something that you plan on selling, but if you planned on selling, this, I'm hearing, could literally be something that helps people on a massive scale. And that could be the purpose that you're looking for. That could be the purpose that a lot of individuals are looking for at this time, to be able to share their stories. I mean, you step ahead of what your story is. Why should we wait till we pass away for somebody else to tell our story and potentially not even get it right? And then we have the Queen of Swords. So a lot of, probably can't see that in the camera, a lot of truth is being spoken right now, and people are being triggered by hearing the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. People's just like, I just want things to go back the way they used to be. Why would you want something to go back the way it used to be? Yeah, the truth is painful, but what the truth does is it exposes things, so this way something can get gutted out, something can get cleaned out. Why should things continue? People are exhausted at this time for wearing these false, fake masks that they're wearing. I mean, it's really starting to affect people physically, that they're not able to speak their truth 100%, and they're ready to shout it out from the rooftop. And applauds to those that are doing it, because staying silent is actually giving permission to things, to bad behavior, or being silent is almost agreeing. Now is the time for the voice. We're in the full moon and Gemini communication. Communicate and speak what is on your heart. Communicate and speak what is on your mind, and do it fearlessly and unapologetically. Do it for yourself. And I feel this is the overall energy that we are all experiencing. My truth right now is, what more can I do for children? I do a lot of protection spells. I do a lot of protection spells, and I do it for children that I don't even know. Children that at night that are being harmed from the very same people that are supposed to be protecting them, that are touching them, that are exposing them, that are not feeding them, that are getting money for them. And what you care about, getting your nails done, some shoes, pocketbook, getting some fucking ugly ass lace wig melted onto your damn head, looking like a man. Okay? That it's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. If you know, you should be providing for the children. If you're getting any type of child support, any type of credit, any type of funds, any type of food stamps, whatever you're getting, and it's not being provided for the way it should be for the children, and they're just getting the bare minimum just so somebody else could be, floss what they want to floss, or these children are not able to see their fathers because he doesn't want to deal with her ratchet ass, or the fathers that they are just flossing up for these these peasants, and they're not even having relationships with their sons and their daughters. All of this is going down. All of this is being exposed. It's all going to be, the tables are turning. The tables are turning, but it is our responsibility to protect children. If you see something, I mean, that sounds so cliche. If you see something, do something, say something. But on the spiritual realm, okay? The universe is watching. What's in the dark is coming out to the light for these children, for these babies. Okay? And my heart goes out to those that are in foster homes. My heart does go out severely to children who are just, with the parents that they got, and they seeing things that they should not be seeing. Children should be children at this point. They should have a childhood. They should have love. They should have love. All right, guys. I think I just want to close this message out. I know that was just a few cards, just to pick up on what that energy is. The overall is truth, and let's protect these children at all costs. Just be in prayer. Keep your eyes vigilant on children. Smile when you see a child, and listen to them. Even if what they're saying, even if they're doing something that's so-called corny or annoying, or, I'm not saying give them, don't tell a child, they're going to be the next whirlwind ice skater when they can't ice skate. I'm not saying that, but give them that attention, that they don't try to seek it from someone. A predator can tell who their next prey is going to be, all right? So I just want to close this energy out. This is going to be loud. Turn this down. Please like, share, subscribe. This is our channel. Thank you for the new viewers that are here. Thank you for the ones that have been here. My name is Bella. I appreciate you guys from the depths of the bottom of my heart. But I am going to close this energy out with this singing bowl. Let's take a deep breath. Turn this down. This will get loud. All right, guys. Thank you. Love you. Until next time. Peace.